Okay. Good morning, Dr. Grillo. Good morning, EEX 42. First off, a happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. I don't know if you're Irish or not, but I've been told everybody's Irish on St. Patty's Day, so regardless, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to be reviewing our books that we had to read for this assignment today for the book talks. The first one is the middle school stuff nobody tells you about. The other one I read, which I no longer have, is Tori Hayden's Somebody Else's Kids, both of which were very interesting reads. To start off, I guess I'll start with Tori Hayden. This book went into the story of Miss Hayden, who was a resource teacher at a school. She left her classroom to start working in a smaller room with about 3 to 5 students, trying to help each of their special needs. It goes into the story of a girl named Claudia, a child named Tommaso, Lori, and a 7-year-old autistic boy named Booth Franklin, or Boo as they refer to him in the book. It was a real interesting read. It really gave you more insight into how they deal with special needs students and mainstreaming compared to working individually with them. Tori Hayden really explains how each student should be handled and dealt with individually and cared for, as they all have certain needs, and you shouldn't just attempt to put them in classrooms and try to maintain the system that already exists. You really should try to identify each student's needs and work alongside them to try to help them grow as much as they can, especially in these cases of each of these students who some of them suffered some traumatic experiences. You have Lori, she was abused and as a result couldn't read or write. Who else? Claudia is pregnant at 12. That's an incredible, I don't know how she can go through that. And Tommaso, whose father he witnessed die, and then you have Boo, who's 7 years old and autistic, and so you see that she has to deal with that, and it was real interesting. I really can appreciate that you need to. I think it's important as we as teachers are able to identify student-specific needs, and unfortunately with such large classes and sometimes we lack the resources to do so, we sometimes neglect those needs. So this was a real interesting read. I really enjoyed it. The middle school stuff nobody tells you about, I also enjoyed very much. I was very much impressed. I'm sure Haley had much assistance with a co-writer, author, and some publishing, but the writing was very impressive, and her story was very impressive. Looks like I'm going a little over the 3-minute mark here. Hopefully I won't get penalized for that. But it was a real good read. It was kind of nostalgic, brought back some serious memories of what middle school really was like. She really captured it very well. And it was basically, I guess, a step-by-step. I very much enjoyed it. And I would very much provide it to my own, if I have children one day, I would show this to them, and hopefully it would prepare them better for middle school, because had I known what was in this book beforehand, I think I would have been better prepared. She really gives some in-depth information from how to deal with social life to how to be prepared for the first day of school, all those types of information. She gives you slang words that you might not know. I thought that was quite funny. There was an entire chapter that is kind of dedicated to girls. I, read that part, but, for a guy like myself and the other fellas in this class, I'm sure it was a little much. But otherwise it was very, very in-depth, and I honestly would have not had a single idea. And having known some kids who are autistic, I wouldn't have known she was autistic. I was very impressed. The people who wrote the preface and the foreword, they forewarn you. They say this girl is an incredible inspiration, and they were right. She seems like she really might be. I'd love to meet her and talk to her, because she seemed like she was with it. She knew what she was talking about, and I was very impressed. So both of these books, very moving. Great underlying themes to them, and I think they both show you that, regardless if you're hindered by a disability or not, you can still succeed and do well. And so I think we as teachers should definitely take something away. Our future teachers can take something away from these books, and I would recommend them to anybody else. So I'm Phil Rappaport signing off. See you guys soon.